Now my camera is at the wrong angle. Like, what is this? This is not the angle that I signed up for. Your face isn't moving. Okay, bitch, maybe I like it like that. Okay, maybe I do. Hey fam bam, it's Cece. Today we are going to be talking all about my Botox. If you don't know what Botox are, stay tuned honey, because we're going to be talking all about it, because I've been getting Botox for years and we're gonna discuss it right now. First, you might have noticed that I have a little bit of an ice princess vibe happening, a little bit of a Storm from X-Men situation on my head, and that's because I just got this new lace front wig. It is super cute. I'm really feeling it. It's got lace all the way around the front. I wore it out the other night on my Instagram. You guys loved it. If I could have white hair, bitch, I would, but all my hair would probably fall out. And this wig is from Donna Love Hair. And there is going to be a link in the description box and you can get $8 off. $8. It's like such a weird number, but whatever. That's the coupon that they're giving us, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Definitely looks white AF because I am spray tan like fresh brown biscuit. Butter me up baby, because I look like I just came out of the oven. I love being tan. It's my favorite thing. Anyway, let's talk about Botox, shall we? Maybe some of you guys don't know the difference between Botox and fillers, but let me tell you, there's a difference. So when people talk about Botox, they are referring to reducing wrinkles and fine lines. When you talk about fillers, you are talking about plumping up parts of your face, whether it be like some people even do their chin, will fix their noses by adding fillers into certain spots. Most commonly it is for the lips, cheeks, and for under the eyes. So it's to fill and plump up areas. Botox is for reducing wrinkles. Now how does that work? First of all, Botox is the name of a brand, all right? So it's actually not the name of the liquid that you're putting in your body, like in your skin. There's also something called Dysport, which is another type of liquid that you can put in the skin that does the same thing. They are just slightly different prices and they come in different units. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So the most commonly Botox, this is how it reduces wrinkles. Okay, so you will go into the doctor, they will see where you have lines, and then they will inject a small amount of the serum into the skin. Now what this serum does is it temporarily paralyzes the muscles, those teeny tiny muscles. I get it on my forehead, that's why I keep touching my forehead. It will paralyze those muscles so that they cannot move anymore. What causes wrinkles is all the movement of the muscles, particularly when you like raise your eyebrows up and then you get those lines that go across your forehead as you get older. They tend to settle in because the same part of your face is being wrinkled over and over and over again. So then those indentations in your skin become somewhat permanent. Now, if you are paralyzing the muscle so that you can't create that wrinkle anymore, then the skin relaxes. Eventually the set in wrinkles that were there will dissipate and go away and you will have smooth skin again. Now here's the thing about Botox. You gotta go to somebody trained to know where to inject the Botox. It can be very dangerous. You can paralyze, like if you hit weird nerves and stuff like that in your face, you can like paralyze your face and all this crazy shit. So it's really important that you do your research and you go to somebody who knows what they're doing. Also, Botox is not a permanent solution because it only lasts up to 3 months. What happens is it wears off, start to get range of motion in those muscles again. You'll start to see the ability to move your forehead, whatever area you did, again, and then you know that you have to go back in. The key is to go back often enough, around every 3 months, so that you keep those muscles kind of weak and spindly so that they are not building their strength back up to strong muscles, because then it's going to take more Botox to paralyze them. If you go more often, then eventually you start using less and less Botox to create the same effect because the muscles are weaker and you don't need as much product to paralyze the muscles. Does this make sense? Are you with me? I think you are. So this time around, I went to my girl Maggie, who is the owner of Elite Med Spa, and she did my Botox for me. She has also done for me PRP treatments in my knees and my ankles. I have never talked to you guys about this before, but I could go into a whole nother video about PRP treatments, but in a nutshell, basically what it is, they take your blood, they separate the plasma from the other blood cells and inject it into the injured area, so it helps speed up recovery time. Because I go to her for the PRP treatments, I decided to go to her for the Botox this time. So let's show you some before and some after in the vlogging cam so you can see what is going on here. Okay, so I'm about to get my Botox, so I wanted to show you the before. So this is what happens to my forehead if I don't go get Botox exactly every 3 months. Like, all the muscles get strong again, and then I can have crazy crinkles. And here too, like, I get crazy crinkles. Ugh. What am I, a grandma? What is this? I don't understand. None of these lines are gonna be here in the next like week or 2 weeks. So that you can see my forehead now. This is how much I can move my forehead. So not much, but there is still some movement, so I can still raise my eyebrows and create, you know, facial expression. So you know if I'm mad and if I'm surprised, you can still see, you know, my eyebrows raising. My lines here look a lot better too. This is all smooth when it used to not be. Maggie doesn't like to go too overboard and have like a totally frozen face. Maggie does it nice and natural so that you can still have movement. And along with the Botox, Panda went and got the PRP Vampire Facial. So I'll put a little bit of that here. You can also see the link to Panda's vlog in the description box. All right, so maybe you guys want to know if it hurts. Personally, I don't think it hurts that bad. Now, this is coming from somebody who has an entire sleeve of tattoos. It's a little bit painful, not too bad, especially like Maggie put the ice, that blue ball, like over my forehead, and it really did help with the pain. And it's just for a couple seconds, it doesn't last long. Now, those little like bumps that you get are kind of freaky. It looks like you have a bee stings all over your forehead for a while. And when I say a while, for me personally, it lasts like a few minutes. That's it, and then it goes away. I already feel better knowing that my forehead is about to be smooth soon. It takes a couple of days for the product to start working. It's not gonna be smooth today or tomorrow, so I just have to be patient. And I could just go about my day and nobody would ever know that I had Botox that day, honestly. So, you guys are probably wondering, like, okay, how much does Botox cost? About $8 to $13 per unit, depending on where you go. So you're like, oh my God, how much is a unit? Just for an example, my forehead and a little bit around my eyes here do anywhere between 30 to 40 units. I have a kind of a big forehead. Anywhere from $200 to $400. It's not like super expensive, but it's not super cheap either. It's definitely something that you would have to budget in to every 3 months. I notice a huge difference in my videos. You guys know, with all the HD cameras these days and y'all watching this in like on big screens and whatnot, I like to keep my skin smooth, you know what I mean? For me, I think it's definitely worth it. Some of you guys might think it's not necessary. In my world, it's necessary to me. I'm not trying to tell you guys to go out there and get Botox. Okay? I'm not telling you to go get your face injected. I'm just telling you what I do and why I do it. Okay, so then as far as Dysport is concerned, which is another type, it's the same thing. It's a little bit cheaper per unit, but you need twice as many units because their units are measured smaller. So it ends up being almost the same price as the Botox, maybe a little bit cheaper. The reason why people like to sometimes switch between Botox and Dysport is because sometimes your body kind of gets adjusted to the Botox, and to kind of like jolt it with something new and different, you can use the Dysport and then it will work a little bit better, and then you can go back to the Botox again. It's kind of like when you do exercises at the gym. You can't do the same exercise every day all the time because your body kind of gets used to it and adjusted to it. They do tell you to not exercise for the first 24 hours. And I think that is just because you want to let the solution simmer in there and relax and not move all over the place if you're like going through heavy working out. All right, so we talked about price, we talked about pain, we talked about what the fuck it is. What the fuck was that? I'm not gonna lie, that scared the fucking shit out of me. What is this? Look, my light just fell on the floor, and it's usually up on that mirror right there. Oh my God! How dare you! How dare you! Alright. I'll fix that later. Well, that was kind of terrifying because it sounded like my whole house was being caved in. Heart's still beating fast! Oh my God, that was crazy. Make sure to follow Elite Med Spa on Instagram. I love supporting Maggie because she's such a sweet, wonderful person. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that we have also, Panda and I have also done IV drips at her place. So if you're sick, hungover, or feel like you're getting sick, you know, you can go get an IV drip. That's basically those IV bags, and then they wire it into your arm and it hydrates you, and it has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it, so it's really good for you. I have done so many services with her and gotten to know her as a person, and she's a really awesome person. So I like to support people that are doing good things and who I trust. I will put my little seal of approval on Maggie and her Elite Med Spa. Follow her on Instagram, that would be so fantastic, and I would really appreciate that. If you have a question, please leave it below. I will try to get to all of your questions. And I love you, Fam Bam, so much. I'll talk to you really soon. Bye!